Hello students. After learning about potential difference and electric current, let us know about electric resistance. In this picture, meaning of the term resistance is correctly depicted. Due to the potential difference, current is generated in the conductor. But this flow of electrons is not at all easy due to the obstructions, that is resistance, offered by the conductor. Let us discuss in detail about this resistance offered by the conductor. What is electric current? Flow of electrons generated in the conductor when potential difference is applied across two ends of the conductor. Metals are good conductors as they have free, loosely bound electrons. When potential difference is applied, all these free moving electrons get drifted towards positive terminal of the battery or cell. But remaining part of atoms of metal remain in place. It does not move. This remaining part is positively charged as electrons in outermost shell are moving or are not there. So when electrons move towards positive terminal, they continuously collide with these positively charged ions left behind. And of course, this directional motion of electrons is slowed down due to these collisions, or you can say obstructions are created due to the collisions between electrons and positively charged ions of the conductor. These obstructions in the path of current is called as resistance. More the resistance or more number of obstructions, obviously less will be the current. Resistance is denoted by capital R. Every material has resistance. In some materials, flow of electrons is easy with less obstruction or less number of collisions. Then such materials are called as good conductors of electricity. In some materials, these collisions are more, so resistance offered by these materials is more. So obviously, those are bad conductors of electricity. So now let us find out how to find out resistance of the circuit or resistance of a current carrying conductor. Scientist Ohm studied various circuits or various conductors made up of different materials. Based on his observations, he was able to conclude that for any circuit, the ratio of potential difference applied across two ends and current flowing through it always remain constant, and this constant is equivalent to resistance offered by that electric circuit. So all his observations were put forward in the form of one statement. So what is the statement of this Ohm's law? Electric current flowing in any conductor or circuit is directly proportional to potential difference across two ends of the conductor provided temperature and other physical conditions remain constant. So in this law, the relationship between potential difference and the current is explained. So R is the constant term here, and R is nothing but resistance of that conductor or the circuit. So R is equal to V upon I. All of you know potential difference is measured by the unit volts and current is measured by the unit amperes. So the unit for measuring resistance is actually volts per ampere, but instead of calling it as volts per ampere, it is called as ohms in the fond memory of scientist Ohm. So unit for electrical resistance is ohms. When do we say the resistance of particular circuit or conductor is 1 ohm? When 1 volt potential difference is applied across two ends of the conductor produces current of 1 ampere in the conductor or that circuit, then the resistance offered by that conductor or the circuit is said to be 1 ohm. Resistance offered by conductor depends upon several factors like material, its temperature, its length, its width, All the materials have some resistance, but certain materials resist flow of electric current more or less than other materials do. Materials such as plastic has high resistance to the path of current. Materials such as metals have low resistance to the flow of electric current. So resistance of a conductor depend upon the material it is made up of. A wide conducting wire offers or has less resistance than narrow conducting wire of the same material. More water can flow through a wide hose than a narrow hose. In the similar way, more current will flow through wide wire than a narrow one. So, resistance of a conductor is inversely proportional to cross-sectional area of a conductor. A longer wire has more resistance than the shorter one. Current has to travel farther through long wire. So there are more chances of it to collide with the particles of matter or positively charged ions left behind. So the resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to length of the conductor. A cold wire has less resistance than the warm one. Cooler particles of material vibrate less due to less kinetic energy. So there are less chance of collision with moving electrons when the conducting wire is cold. So the temperature of conducting material plays important role in deciding the resistance of the conductor. So resistance of the conductor is directly proportional to temperature of the conductor. We have learned how to find out resistance of the given circuit. Which formula will you use for the same? Yes, R is equal to V upon I. Let us see how to use this formula. For that, this numerical is given to you. Let us read the numerical first. Calculate the current flowing through a conducting wire of resistance 15 ohm connected to a battery of potential difference 3 volts. So here what all things are given and what is to be calculated. Let us write down that. So here resistance is given, that is 15 ohm. Potential difference, that is V, is given. It is 3 volts and you are supposed to find out current flowing through the circuit. So all of you know V and R are given and you are supposed to find out I. So which formula will you use? R is equal to V upon I. So here R and V are given. We are supposed to find out I. So let us rearrange the terms. I is equal to V upon R. Let us do the substitution. V is 3, R is 15. So solve further. That is, after solving further, you will get the answer. I is equal to 0.2. Write down the correct unit, that is amperes.